Please introduce yourself.
Mark Harvey and my wife Melanie. Mel runs the kitchen. She has 2 chefs, and we're very proud because most of the food we produce or that we eat here, we produce either in our garden or we have our own pigs, we have our own milk, our own butter, we have our own sheep and our own beef. So nearly everything you eat here we try and do it as organically as possible. We have 2 very big vegetable gardens. We also grow all our own fruit. It's our own coffee that we grow. It's mainly to try and show the local community that you can grow vegetables quite easily. We have a very lucky climate here. You can put a stick into the ground and the stuff will grow, and you can see behind us the fresh salads that have just been picked from the garden. And we have Alex, who is our senior chef, who is preparing the lunch now for our guests. And then tonight we have a big roast dinner. But as I said, we're very proud that everything that we produce for the table here is made from our own vegetable garden.
Your wife is the cook?
Yes, she has Alex and Hope who help her, but Mel designs all the menus and then instructs the guys how to cook them. She's very good at Chinese meals, Indian, so we do the full array from the traditional English roast right through to very hot curries and things like that. And she's taught both Alex and Hope to do that as well. Mel, I'm born and bred here. My grandfather came here 100 years ago this year, and then Mel came out in 2000, in the year 2000, so she's been here 13 years now, and she's basically turned my kitchen around, and we now have a reputation of having one of the best restaurants actually in Zambia.
Can you tell us, please, what you are doing at the moment?
I am really happy because I learned a lot of things from the madam, and we are doing the Chinese dishes, Indian and English meals. So I'm really happy because I learned a lot of things from the madam, which I don't even know before I came at this place. So, and I'm also happy to see that most of the people from the different places are coming, and they're all saying they're enjoying our meals.
We're standing here in the beautiful garden with the vegetables and all the herbs. Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, we're very, very lucky here that we have a lot of water. We've got the big river, the Mancha River. And when I first took this over, the soils were very poor. And we've tried to do everything as organically as possible. So we use a lot of manure and compost. And we're very fortunate here that you can break off a stick and you put it in the ground, and I can show you a little bit further down of a stick which is actually growing. Even the tomato sticks, when we put them to tie the tomatoes up, the sticks start to grow. So we're very fortunate with the climate and having plenty of water. We try and produce everything ourselves. We struggle a little bit with the potatoes, but everything else we grow. And I bring in a lot of seed from outside the country, from China and things like that. So we have Chinese vegetables growing. And in this garden alone now, we have Cape gooseberries growing, we have grapes growing, onions, tomatoes. We have about 9 or 10 different types of salad. It's very nice. And the thing that we've tried to do is to try and grow it organically, to show the local people that you don't need expensive fertilizer and chemicals and the rest of it. And I think you can just see with my garden here how good it actually does look.
You don't use any chemicals for the vegetables?
You have to every now and again if you get a major disease outbreak, or there's a very ferocious bug called a diamond black moth, and that will eat the cabbages and things like that. So every now and again. But basically we try and use natural stuff, which is things like garlic and chili, and we spray that. And then we use organic things like copper oxychloride. So I would say 99% of it is organic. Every now and again you'll have to use a chemical.
And everything on the menu, breakfast, lunch, dinner, is from your own garden.
Yep, we make our own bread, it's our own butter, it's our own milk, it's our own coffee. I haven't started growing tea yet, but I'll get there. All the fruit that you had for breakfast is homegrown. Lunch, most of that was homegrown. It makes an added flavour for the restaurant here, that people know that they've seen the garden, and that it's all very fresh, and without chemicals on it. I mean, I enjoy the gardening. I learnt gardening from my mother, and you can see my front garden there. I've tried to make it an African garden, so it's not regimented. It's got to be comfortable. The food has got to be good, but I'm not trying to run a 5-star. We try and give 5-star quality, but no, and I really enjoy it. I mean, that's the biggest thing. This is now called the Riverside View Lounge. This is fairly new. We built it about 3 years ago, and you'll see the Mansha River, which is behind the swimming pool there. The main road that you drove up yesterday, called the Great North Road, is what they call the Continental Divide. Everything on the eastern side, on the right-hand side of the road, is the Zambezi River Basin. Everything on the left-hand side is the Congo River Basin. And this river, the Mansha River here, is actually one of the headwaters of the Congo. We're very fortunate in this area to have plenty of water, and it flows all the year round. And last year we put in a mini hydro scheme on the river, which now is producing hydro electricity for us. The lounge where we are now, you'll see that there's a lot of furniture, wooden furniture, and every single thing here has been made at the lodge. What I've tried to do is keep as much money within the community. So all the tables, chairs, this whole building was built with local materials, and you can see the big poles here that we've cut locally. We even make the cushion covers locally, because I'm trying to bring more money into the area. I don't want to go and spend it in the big towns and the rest of it, because I'm trying to make this community more self-reliant. So everything you see in here has actually been made at the lodge. So it's been hard work, but it's been very good fun as well. And when I first moved back here in 1995, there was virtually nothing here. So my wife and I, especially the last 10 years, have rebuilt and modernized the whole lodge. We now get nearly 6,000 people a year through here. It's been a hard struggle, but it's been very good fun. And if you see the view, I'm one of the most luckiest person in the world that I wake up to this view every morning. Living in a town is not for me. This is our new spa treatment room. I built it last year, and I had a Australian guy come in who was a sports chiropractor who helped me build it and set it up. It's doing exceptionally well. But what I am very, very pleased about is that we've trained up 4 local ladies to run the spa, or to come and actually do the massages, and they do full body treatments and pedicures and things like that. And they have, what is nice about it is that they've learned a skill which nobody else knows in the area. And these ladies are earning very good money for themselves. And it's worked exceptionally well. It's set over the hot water of the springs. It's very tranquil. It's quiet. And as I said, it's doing very well. But what I'm very, very pleased about is these 4 ladies have done exceptionally well, and they're earning themselves a lot of money, $200 to $300 a month now, which in an area like this is a lot of money. And it's brilliant because we've emancipated these ladies. It's their own money. They've got a skill that not even their husband can do. So, and it's a very difficult thing in the rural Zambia. The women are still treated as second-class citizens. So we're very pleased with how this has turned out.
So you're helping the community and you're helping your guests.
Very much so. with the hot springs, and this now fits in absolutely perfectly. And we get a lot of people. There's a joke that is made here that this place is called the Kapishya Triangle, because once you arrive here, you never want to leave. And we've just had some clients who left this morning who came for one night and ended up staying 4 nights. Last month we had somebody stay here for 14 days because they just found it so peaceful and tranquil. This is now the central point of the whole lodge here. This is the Kapishya Hot Springs. This is basically, it has 3 water points, springs. There's one on this side, one on this side, and one on the far side. This water then goes down about 6 or 7 kilometers, and it gets superheated to about 120, 130 degrees, then loses 10 degrees with every kilometer it comes up. So this is an average of 40 degrees. But the very lucky thing about it, it has no sulphur in it at all. It's what they call a dilute spring, so there's virtually no minerals in it. I had it tested for drinking water last year, and they said it's some of the purest water they've ever tested. My father put in the wall just to make it a little bit deeper, but we've kept it shallow like this because we get a lot of families coming here, so that the young children can come and play in here. And it now works very well with the hot springs and then the cold pool. So you come and get warm here, and then you go and cool off in the pool there. But I come in twice a day. The sand is all natural. The sand is erosion from down below. We do have very funny questions of people asking us, how do we keep it so hot? Where does the sand come from? But it's all natural. We've had a lot of interest this year in geothermal geologists trying to actually determine how it is heated. And you'll see there are bubbles coming up from here. And they have now taken samples of the gas to try and identify whether that is part of the heating process. But I'm very, very fortunate that we have this. It's the biggest hot bath in Africa, I think. We've tried to keep it as natural as possible, with all the palm trees around here. This is completely natural. The only thing which is not natural is the water.